Two iconic Maine brands are teaming up for something new, and I'm guessing delicious. Oakhurst Dairy and the Holy Donut are launching Oakhurst Dark Chocolate Sea Salt donut flavored whole milk. The limited edition flavor is inspired by the gourmet donut company's popular dark chocolate sea salt donut and will be available until the end of March at local grocery stores and the Holy Donut's 4 locations. Oakhurst Dairy and the Holy Donut are hosting a public launch party on Saturday. It will include a donut on a string eating contest and an exclusive first taste of the new flavored milk. There will be games, prizes, of course, milk and donut tastings. It's from 10 until noon. That sounds lovely.